Hey everyone, Jeff here at StopThePirates.blogspot.com. So in 1933, the governors of all the states met to discuss the emergency declared by FDR and to support a new process that was being established. The government was in bankruptcy and had to be funded in its state of bankruptcy. The governors made a pledge to the United States Incorporated to fund it. The pledge was that the assets and the energy of the people, you and me, would back the government and secure the debt. Excuse me. But there was one little problem. Natural living people cannot mix with legal fictions, corporations. So it was necessary to create a bridge between the fictions and the people to bring the people under control and make them subservient to the government corporation via their pledge. When the governors made the pledge, they agreed to register the birth certificates of the people of the U.S. Department of with the Department of Commerce. The birth certificate is a security instrument or collateral used to back up the pledge. The legal fiction was created by using the name on the birth certificate and writing it in all capital letters. The designation for a legal fiction. Then, because of the pledge, you are determined to be the surety for the legal fiction. And surety means the one who is responsible to pay. So when the government or any corporation uses any process whatsoever, they're using it against the legal fiction, not you. But they want you to think that it's you. But when your name is written in all capital letters, it's not your name. It's a designation of a legal fiction that is an entirely separate entity. A living flesh and blood man cannot be a legal fiction, and a legal fiction cannot be a living flesh and blood man. One is real or natural, the other is created by law, and it is a fiction. This is my main point, really, to get across to most people when they this is the aha moment. They go, yes. I mean, you look at your driver's license, your social security card, your birth certificate, your anything you get in the mail, from your insurance to your bank statements, everything. It's not you, it's your name in all capital letters. So whenever a government agency such as a court determines liability, it is a liability directed or laid upon the legal fiction or the straw man, since everything is done in commerce with fictions or corporate entities. Anytime you go to court, it's your name in all capital letters, it's not you. It's a legal fiction. But as a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen, you agreed under penalty of perjury that you were responsible for this debt. The courts are set up as banks or debt collectors. So anytime you go afoul of one of the statutes, the millions of statutes and codes out there on the book, and everything is illegal, they're going to charge your legal fiction, which you agreed to do. It's like paying for your indulgences, like being a Catholic or something. I mean, if you pay the Catholic Church enough, they'll absolve you of all your sins. That's how they work. That's why they're so rich. So you are presumed, as evidenced by the pledge of your governor, to be the surety for the straw man, and you must pay the fine, fee, tax, debt, or other liability. Remember, every transaction is presumed by the government to be a transaction in commerce by a legal fiction. So what's the answer? The only way out of this is to overcome the presumption that you are the surety for the straw man, the legal fiction. That's why the redemption process is the only way to defeat this presumption, by using the Uniform Commercial Code by public notice, which is the code that the fictional commercial world operates under. It's all fiction. It's all upside down, backwards mirror image. The first step is to capture the straw man, is to establish a security agreement between you and the straw man, and then file a UCC. 1. Financing statement to secure the claim via a superior security interest against all capitalized legal fiction straw man, the property and the collateral. Said security interest or registration of title / control is placed upon the birth certificate, social security account, driver's license, etc., by and through acceptance for value. Included in the process is the creation of the power of attorney, a copyright notice, and hold harmless indemnity agreement. The UCC1 financing statement, security interest, and a lien. See, the UCC1 financing statement doesn't really do anything. It only registers. It's noticing that the Secretary of State that you have a lien. That's all that is. It's like anybody that would a car dealership or anybody you buy a car from and you finance that car, they file a UCC1 financing statement, noticing that there is an agreement between you and whatever financial company, servicing company, or what have you, that there is a lien against it. So it's basically all you're doing. What UCC1 financing is, but the lien. See, the lien is the main thing. These documents will redeem you and your debtor strawman from the commercial system and establish documented evidence to overcome the presumption that you are the surety for the strawman. When all this has been accepted for value, including the birth certificate, you become the holder in due course of all documents, collateral, and property, and are now in commercial control of the property, the collateral, and the debtor. And also there is a chargeback process that goes back to the United States Treasury to charge up what is called your UCC contract trust account, identified by the debtor strawman social security number. And the chargeback charges up the account for future discharge of debts. That's getting a little more deeply into this process, but there's nothing illegal about doing this. And not one properly filed lien and UCC1 financing statement has ever been prosecuted. Millions of people do it. Go to stopthepirates.blogspot.com. Thanks. And hey, have fun out there.